a picture I could see if I just close my eyes. Have the foresight to believe. Time don't move backwards, it speeds to the future fearlessly. Charging forward when I open my mouth, though I may not know how. I know I was born to sing. Travel the world, raise baby girls, bury my best friend. I'm manifesting, but not concerned. 'Cause whatever happens, I'm good. I'm good. Actually, more than good. Kinda great. Even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave. Living free. Wanna die when I'm 123. Really wish that all my heroes would notice me, so I could be one of the greats on a big stage, inspiring people to pray and give thanks. 'Cause somehow we made it. We're always protected while building our legacy. Travel the world, raise baby girls, marry my best friend. I'm manifesting, I'm not concerned. 'Cause whatever happens, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Actually, more than good. Kinda great. But even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave. Brave, 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 brave. Oh, more than good, kinda great. But even on the bad days, I thank God for making me.
Welcome everyone to the pilot episode of Daytime Charts, Crypto Charts with Road Dog. Normally I am out late at night, East Coast time, US time, hanging out with the rest of the cool degens, looking at altcoins, looking at the market, but I'm going to switch things up just a little bit, trying to do more of a daily stream. If you're interested in tuning in, as we get into the habit of this, I just need you to hit that, hitting that like always helps, but hitting that bell notification will let you know. As we try to transition to a second stream, Monday through Friday, right around noonish, focus on the markets there and then focus on the degen coins late at night. For those of you unfamiliar with me, I turn into a gremlin at night, and I have a wild-looking face. But during the day, I'm going to tone it down for you, folks. Do not be alarmed. Let's get started, but first, a quick message from these very popular people.
Hey, Kimmy, baby, I had a book over here in this drawer. You seen it?
You mean a little black book?
Oh, honey, I cleaned out those drawers in that whole room and made a big donation to Goodwill. But don't worry, we can get you another one.
Oh, hell no. You're never going to believe what happened to me today at the Goodwill. I found a book of seed phrases, honey. I can get those hair transplants now. Oh.
Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Welcome to the stream, everyone. So glad and honored to have you all here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
I've got some people in the chat that I have not seen for a while. Of course, Chef is in the chat. Always good to see you, Chef. Lauren, baby, how have you been? So good to hear from you. Glad to have you here, Lauren. God bless you. And Jorge Satoshi, finally, hey, I get to see you on the live stream. Jorge has been playing up this little giveaway that we've got going on, where the kind folks at Tangem have so kindly offered to give me codes for three Tangem wallets. Understand that the 3-packs. Also understand that Tangem is soon to release a Tangem 2.0, where all you seed phrase fanatics, you will have that option for your peace of mind, or you're just, dude, seriously, consider seed phrases. That's all I'm saying. Consider not using them. But Tangem hears you, baby. Anyway, details to enter this contest are in the description below. Very easy. Jorge has been killing it. And once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will reach out to Tangem, get those codes, and we will pick the 3 winners based on the information in the description below. Tender Life Africa, says Jorge. And Lauren, I'm so glad to see you. I'm on the mainland. Finally? Or you've been there, though. Oh, cool. Jorge says, finally live. Yes, we were finally live during the daytime. I'm trying to improve my sleep habits. And I adore the night streams. I do. I love it. But when you break everything down into the trading sessions that we're talking about, we're kind of with Sydney and Tokyo, and they're not known for being the market movers. It's good for planning, and that's kind of what we kind of look at there, but the daytime people don't know about it. They can't catch up for it. They got to figure it out on the daytime. So I'll figure to start coming in Monday through Friday around noon, just for a market update. And if we start to get into the degen coins, I'm more than happy to go there. Currently, man, this is my watch list. Things are, looking kind of decent on it for the daily. These are the coins that are overall up for the whole year. If we flip the year, the majority of these are up. Some of them have fallen a little bit. I may have to update this list. Got my eye on Pendle, got my eye on Naka from this list. Of course, Caspa. I like all these. These are the strong tokens that we're looking for overall in our current cycle. So these are ones to take note of. Flipping over to CoinMarketCap, our gainers today. Well, it seems like XDC's doing pretty well today. Radix Chronos, go figure. Good old Crow coin. Now, Crow, if you get back up to around 70 cents, I'm going to be very, very impressed. Rollbit, Aave, Hubai, Stellar's moving. Theta is on the move. Mutable X, some of the losers right now, been Caspa, Synthetic Networks. These are ones that maybe you want to look at and see if you might be interested in getting in on, maybe. Is this a good time? This is Bitcoin right here. Currently, of course, it may be better now, but I am in a short over on MEXC at the moment. And I am using crazy degen leverage, but I used it responsibly. I got in up here to short this at the 618 area and just riding it down after we were going to break trend. My moving average strategy was cluing me in, hey, dump is coming. And then also this new square of 9 technique that we just been... Actually, the square of 9 has been doing some really good, phenomenal things to add to your toolbox. I had another short at 66%, and I like this one. This one was actually the long that we took for 136%. Yes, with degen leverage, though, I did not recommend. Let me make this clear. You do not have to use leverage to make it in crypto. This is just me trying to sharpen some skills that hopefully will make me a better trader overall. Leverage is tough, and crazy leverage like this will definitely wipe you out if you're not familiar with how this works. And even if you are familiar with how this works, it often wipes you out anyway, just to be honest. It does. So for all of you that may be tuning in now or tuning in later to this show, the daytime show, this channel was started basically just to throw some positive information out here in the crypto space. Very free with my information on TA. If you want to learn TA, just tune into the channel. I try to make it easy to understand. You just follow me, you will pick it up. If that's not enough for you, if you want a little bit more, I've got tons of resources over in our Telegram group. It's a little confusing maze that we have over there. Links are in the description below though, but I do have a student chart area. I do have lots of books, resources, cheat sheets, you name it. We got it. It's there. It's available to help you. Ask me a question. I will do my best to answer you and set you onto the right way. Especially if you're new to this space, you can preserve your capital instead of falling for the many offers out there that want to take $100 away from you each month. Just an option. So watching Bitcoin just come on down, lovelies, come on down. I like you, Bitcoin. In the short, how we looking overall for altcoins, basically? That's kind of what we all really want to know, right? And Bitcoin, we know Bitcoin's coming down right now. We'll get to Bitcoin in just a second here. I'm sure that a lot of us are probably in altcoins, so we're going to take a look at Total 3 on the daily, which, as I was saying last night in our live stream, if you're looking to get into altcoins, one of your best times is when we're in the closer we are to this red line. So Total 3 is the total market cap of altcoins. And she looks like she wants to come down just a little bit more. Let me do just a quick pull here. And there's a good chance my moving averages are suggesting that, yeah, we can take a little bit of a dip. So a few billion may be coming out in our altcoins, although right now she's looking like she wants to try to do something, right? So we're getting a little bit of a pump with altcoins, and we can see this on our MACD as this indicator's kind of flipped to the upside. The little blues flip the little red here. When it does that, we generally get some nice moves. So overall, I am expecting a little bit of a bump up as we try to reclaim this area, about 326 billion. Maybe it will push us up to 335. Will this happen on the weekend? I don't know. I can't really say about that right now. I'm still looking for some more downside. So my particular strategy right now is I'm taking profit on my altcoins. I know it seems there's some great prices out there right now, but there's also some nice ones that are popping off, such as TRB, which I took profits on this, but man, I think I was out of the game somewhere under 21, and it still popped up to 25. Am I miffed about that? No, I'm not, because I'm happy with the profits that I get. Now Terabella still looks very bullish to me, and for anyone kind of looking, we just went straight DGN, didn't we? We're supposed to go over Bitcoin, and I just got lost in it. This is what happens. I can't help it. I can't help it at all. Terabella looks very bullish to me. We discussed we had a rising wedge pattern with this. Now this is normally a bearish pattern here where we will slam to the downside. It just loves to do it. Take us all the way back down to the devil's indicator right here. It's a new indicator. Don't mean to scare you off, but the number of this, you can probably figure it out, but there is something to it. So just watch the devil's indicator. She does some pretty wild things. Women can be devils too. Let's not be sexist. I've known lots of female devils in my lifetime. So we're getting a pullback, which is normal. That happens probably about 60, to quote the statistic, I think it's about 64% of the time for a rising wedge to come back and retest the breakout area. So, we could be coming, and normally with moving average strategy, we come back and retest this 21 movement average. So Terabello could be coming back to these areas. I got a little green box there where I think, hey, if you really want to take a risk on it, maybe buy there, because when you break to the upside of a bearish pattern, especially these rising wedges, it's your first steps on parabolic actions. So I'll see Terabello doing some more things. Maybe I need to jump back in at these high prices. I don't know. I'll buy a retest. That's how I'll put it. So things to consider when you are looking at, I call it Teller. I don't know why I keep calling it Terabello. Tellor. So it still looks juicy. Ichimoku Cloud suggests, baby, I still got some more going up to do. I'm not the rocket ship it up, and I want to ship it rocket. I want a rocket ship. That's the voices that I hear in my head. But we'll celebrate Teller on its success. All right, so I'm looking frantically around for my chat box. I always misplace. Turn over to the chat here. Tenor Life is a Canary Island, which is near Africa. Got you. Oh, hooray. Nice. I think I heard you mention something about Canary Islands before. That's fascinating to me. Ape Gang, hey, welcome to the stream, man. Now I can listen while they work. All right. Chart and crypto, man. Glad to have you here. What degen to you? What's degen to me, Lane? Come on, spill the beans. I have been getting a little, at certain points in the market, I degen. I've explained this before. You have to embrace your degen. Your degen is inside you. It wants to get out there and take those risks. It's a little bit emotional. It's a little bit erratic. It's a little bit risky. It's a little bit fun. Actually, sometimes it's a lot fun. Sometimes it's disappointing and will make you cry. But it's also part of the learning experience in this, right? So I know where my weaknesses are from the past cycles I've been through and analyzing how my psychology and trading, right? I'm going to jump out there on some very risky trades. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to jump out there on some very risky projects. So to keep me from just wrecking my total account, I'm very strict with what I put for, say, my long-term holds and trading. Normal trading, mostly swing tradings. And then I've got this little section, mostly on MXC right now, that I just degen like crazy on. So I get to experience both sides of the world. To embrace your inner degen, you just got to limit him. Lock him in a little bitty room with a little bitty amount of money and let him go crazy and see what he can do. That's my take on it. So Lauren says, I am 30x for Bitcoin. I don't trade any other coins anymore. On futures, yeah, I'm sticking with Bitcoin. I'm not messing with the altcoins on that. I'm still trying to perfect futures, I seem to keep making the same mistakes, and I haven't quite learned how to do it. You can win, and then you watch it piddle away in sideways action. So, Elvis with the British accent. Oh my gosh. Cause yeah, but how many X's am I a degen to? Well, I would say it's really more calculated on your risk to your risk. So if you're risking a small percentage of your account on that trade, then no matter how crazy your leverage is, technically you're kind of all right. But where are we? Trying to navigate my maze of. I think I did already show these. But yeah, I've been doing some crazy stuff with 100x lately. I know that's so out of character for me, especially but it is risky and it's kicked my butt several times. Right now, I'm trying to really focus on growing some Bitcoin. So I'm doing the Bitcoin USD pair. So far, it's going good. So knock on wood, because that's usually when things start going bad when I say that. Oh, mercy. All right, so let me clear out my screen here. Well, I'm trying to get that ad off, and I just always have to fight with these buttons. I feel like a boomer. We're going to go with the dancing zombies tonight. Jorge says 20% alts at the moment. Not always easy to find cold storage for small cap. Tangem. Yeah, very true. Now, I will say that, man, Tangem has been adding some chains to their wallet. I guess I have to throw this up. Tangem's a cool wallet, and I love it. It took me a while to get used to it, and it will for any new wallet. Same way with Ledger and everything. Got, figuring it out and everything. But awesome and so easy to use, so cool to use for DeFi. I'm using DeFi a lot more, especially with Ethereum and things. Lauren says 100. Yeah, did 100x there. I've been playing with that for a little while. Just because you get in these... Lauren, baby, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but lately this has just been killing it. And it is so simple that it's just... Gann, WD Gann, one of the greatest traders of all time. This is not his complete strategy. It's very confusing and everything, but this is a part of it. This is a calculator that he made, not necessarily for trading. He was doing it for something else, but it applies with his trading. And you may be familiar with this, but if you will consult a Gann calculator to take all the headache away from you, and on these small time frames, your little swing highs and swing lows, like I would take this top number, plug it in, this top number, plug it in. It is uncanny how accurate it is. It's just freaking wild how it picks out support and everything just based on whatever the number is, not based on past price action. It's freaking crazy. So look into that, darling. I think you'll be very pleased with that. Just as a tool to put in your toolbox. I love you, Lauren. I miss you so much. Awesome. Lauren is an OG. She was over here supporting my videos back, well over a year ago. Terabellum, look at this. We are up into 1 minute somehow. I think I meant to be on Bitcoin here, but she's looking like she's getting ready to do something with that cloud there. Trying to bounce off my buy area? How dare you? How dare you? I think you'll still come down to it, though, baby. All right, guys, if you do want me to take a look at some coins, I'll be more than happy to do that. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just going to throw some stuff out there. So, well, I only think it's fair now that I've kind of got some of you guys in and I haven't scared you away. I'm going to give you a little taste of my nighttime vibes, so bear with me just a moment. But guys, overall, when we're looking at altcoins and weekend trading, a little bit will be lower liquidity here. There might be some pop-offs. We're in a kind of interesting situation with altcoins. But I'm just telling you, what I'm seeing right now in the daily is probably not going to be too conducive to too great of trading for them. Okay, trying to do what I'm trying to do, and it's not doing what I'm doing. Bear with me just a moment. Thank you for your patience. All right. I'm a man of many faces, but with the voice of reason, I believe, when it comes to crypto. But I'm also a man of many voices. So we're rocking it and riding with it. A little gothy, a little edgy, a little fun. So don't let the little scary look scare you off. We just like to walk on the wild side, baby. So let's get into some coins, man. I've been looking at Engine a lot lately. God knows, I've had this for a little while. Probably need to check on Engine Starter too. So I see you're trying to break to the upside here. Are you going to do it? Got a little trade set up there. I think I posted this to the Telegram group. I do post trade setups over there. The more people that go over there and start showing some responses to them with some likes and stuff, I will start posting some more. But when I do see a good setup, I do try to post something over there. So we're trying to get a little bit bullish. I'm not quite there yet. Don't really have a cross of the 9 over the 21. That's kind of important with my strategy. It's a 5 moving average strategy. So when price is above the 9 moving average, it is you're set for a bullish trend. You're not officially bullish. When you get above the 200, you're officially bullish. But getting above that 9 is the first step, and then when it crosses the 21, you're looking at a good choice for more upward momentum. Then we play through the levels of the moving averages. Are getting kind of kicked back right here at 27 cents at the moment, so I still think that this is a good place to target, about 25 cents. And I've got a target at first target up here is right at the 200 moving average on the daily, about 9.3 cents. This gives us somewhere around the risk to reward ratio of about 4.8 for 38% return on that. Not bad. And that's spot, that's not leverage. You can do this you can do just fine without leverage. Let me make that perfectly clear. You do not need leverage to make life-changing money in this. You do need a slower approach. Do not need to rush it. If you are brand new to crypto right now, I am telling you, at this point in the market, DCA and dollar cost averaging into quality projects that you've researched, that you like, you're not going to miss it. We are so close to the bottom, it's going to be really hard to screw it up. You may see some drawdown on your account, but that's normal. We all do that. But you're at the bottom of the cycle. Even if we go back to 15,000, we are still at an excellent place to start building your bags slowly. Now, jumping all in right now? No, I don't believe this isn't the time, even though there are some really good juicy prices out there. Overall, my thoughts on Bitcoin, when we look at it, we do have a chance to get a bump up from here. We do. They're trying to. Is it going to be a big one? I'm not foreseeing it. I am still foreseeing, do we still have this idea? I'm seeing the possibility. Did we erase that? Where are you, chart? All right, I'll just have to draw it out. I am looking for maybe another head and shoulders pattern to form. We're set up for it perfectly. We got time for it to play out. That's personally what I'm kind of looking for and have been looking for. It's either that or just a nasty drop down. But either way, overall in the long run, I do see us taking a hit. Now, technically, we have not made a lower low and all that. You probably heard lots of people say that. And just depending on what chart that you're looking at, the futures charts have made lower lows, which if futures are kind of dominating the market, there is an argument that maybe we all should be considering that for a sign that there will be another lower low after this. Could be. If we do drop, that's the scenario I'm looking for, that we're coming back down. I haven't measured. Is it on this chart? It's on this chart. I'm looking at the weekly 50 moving average, possibly around 24,000 if we do come down and make a lower low. And even if we do that, we can still get a bounce. Still see my head and shoulders play out. Woohoo! But what? I'm not totally sold on this idea, because just looking at past market structure, and we've looked at that on this chart before, that I've apparently just messed up really good. during this part of the market cycle, we do normally get a drop, but we do kind of start coming up. Now this was the last cycle. This is like, we are here. Last time, the point where we are now was right before a bigger drop, bringing us down. And we just kind of sideways ranged here in a range until the big, the little bug that ruled the world came by and flew around. Do I still have 2021 down here? I don't. But there's always that possibility that they'll try to fake us out and then just start shooting us up like crazy. So I'm always watching for that too. So I'm expecting the head and shoulders, but I don't trust these guys. I don't. I don't trust BlackRock, the big institutions, the market makers out there. I think they could try to pull one over on us, and that's just how they work. So when things start looking like we're getting a retest of this trend line, and maybe we come down and we face some lower lows, then I'm still going to be looking for them to pull something up here. So basically, I say that we're kind of in like a no trade zone, really. Seriously, just right through here. We've got no definite action on exactly what they're going to do. But there is another trend line that we were kind of holding in there, or not quite made it to, I believe. Not quite made it there. That would come in line with our 50 moving average that we're kind of looking at. That's kind of the scenario that I'm seeing. We kind of slow burn maybe down there if we can't catch that little bump up. So it's a little difficult right now, so you have to be a little bit careful. But when Bitcoin does kind of do this sideways motion and Bitcoin dominance starts falling, well, then our altcoins are our best friends. And right now, we're trying to figure out what Bitcoin dominance is going to do. It looks like it wants to fall. We need it to break below this trend line here, get around 48.5% before we really see altcoins start doing something. Then we can get excited a little bit. Right now, this is what's making me watch Bitcoin very carefully, because what if this happens, okay? Sure, we come down a little bit, altcoins go a little bit crazy, retest this, and then more attention starts going to Bitcoin. Bitcoin prices go up, altcoins get demolished. There's all of a sudden everybody wants Bitcoin. I don't know, an ETF is approved, something crazy goes on, and all coins just die or get hit. Could that happen? I don't know, man, but I do find it very curious that 200 just crossed below the devil's moving average. What does that mean? Well, normally when you get a smaller moving average crossing over a much larger one, it's a little bit bearish, especially if it's 200, I would think. So hopefully she'll knock us down and we'll see something happen with our altcoins. That's why I'm suggesting taking a little easy on altcoins, but take that profit. And that is my plan. I've got some bags I've held for a while that I'm trying to get some dry powder for a bigger drop down, especially if there's one on Bitcoin. I want it. My goal is to stack sats. I want more Bitcoin. My Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 new coin is it's not going to do me that much good 3 years from now, I don't believe. Not as good as Bitcoin, but I can use Harry Potter to get more Bitcoin and more Ethereum. So that's my game plan. Guys, appreciate you for being here in the chat. Let me go back to the chat and see if you guys got anything you guys want to take a look at. Basically, this daytime show that I've got is just a market check and anything you guys want to look at. Lauren says, yep, I was here 100 subs. Yeah, can't remember the exact number. I missed you too. Lauren is awesome. She is such a good person. Jorge asked for perp. Yeah. I think you asked about that in the comments too. See, I told you I forget things. I got squirrel brain. Let's check out perp. Perpetual protocol. Woo! Definitely not the time to buy, in my opinion, but or is risky to buy. Now, I think when I looked at this, it does look like it has more chance for another leg up. It looks like we're going for another wave there. Ichimoku Cloud looks like, baby, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. So we got some bearish divergence forming right here, which looks like boom, boom, boom. Oh my God, we're going to tank. Well, oh, okay, but you've also got, you know, look at this. Where are you, baby? Spread you out. Spread it. So price on the bottom side is going to the upside too, right? And when we pull up our RSI, cooperate with me, please. So for that same period, we've also got some downward action. So that is, do we have it? Yeah, my little divvy cheat sheet over here to the right. My little cheat sheet's a little different. It helps me keep them straight with the big fishy eat little fishy, that kind of stuff that confused me in grade school. So the fishy thing's the only way I can figure it out. So the little diamond shape, which I can't point to it with my mouse because just how the stream is set up. But on the lower right-hand quadrant there, you will see a little bear under a diamond. I'm sorry, on the right hand, under the burrow, you will see under that diamond, you will see the same pair we're looking at, where the underneath price is going up and then our indicator's coming down. So that's hidden bullish divergence. That indicates that we're going to get a bounce to the upside and the trend will continue the way that it is. So for in a channel, that channel will probably go up. So don't let the bearish divergence scare you. If we're looking at parabolic movement with one more wave up, we normally have that. Sometimes they come in threes. So we're calling a good. You could look at this as a bear flag and probably get a decent target from that. Just taking a measured move, we can put 1.62 cents as our target for perp, just for the measured move alone. For any of you new to the stream, I am a big follower of Thomas Bukowski, thepatternSite.com. I recommend that to be your textbook for trading if you are trying to learn. Because if you join any group, that's where they're going to send you to go read it on your own anyway. I'm just being real with you. So she's in toppy patterns there. I'm just looking for a little bit of confluence. Got a little bit there. Trying to get some more targets here. So we could look at this, you know, you can look at this as an Elliott wave. If we can draw it. I don't have the 2 up here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5 should get us up in this area. Let's see if we can actually get. Wow. Okay. So I would look at 147 as being that should be a fairly safe target right there. She gets antsy, she go to 199. I don't see that on this move though. Just throw that out there. So I see 147 being a good safe target that will probably get hit, and we'll probably go through a little correction here. After a 5-way, you just get an ABC correction. I'm not the biggest Elliott wave trader, but you know, you just need to know the basics to help you out. And here it says, hey, there should be another wave up. The other option you want to look for is if we come back up in price, say on a smaller time frame. Let's go like with 1 hour here. My clues would be us getting closer to this Ichimoku cloud and it getting nice and thick. That's usually a good first sign that, hey, there may be some downward action coming. Of course, keep an eye on the moving averages and how they work. This trend line makes an excellent line in the sand going from the bottom of the move right there. So stop losses under that would be a must for whatever candle that you're on. And the bearish signs I would look for is if we come up to these levels and start getting a little toppy, getting a rejection, maybe right up here, and then we got this going on with our indicators, which it could do. So a rising here and falling on our indicators RSI. If this hump doesn't bring that up to around the same area or higher, we might have some divergence and we may be making an M pattern there. So that's what I got to warn him about. So it would be good if we get above 122. If we start seeing some rejection there, maybe time to at least take profits. I would have suggested profits already on this wave, but I do think we got to move up or moving our indicators here. Let's check the larger time frames here. Money flow is still in the green. Stochastics still want to go up. There's some weaknesses there, but you know, there would be at this point it trying to do that. Bigger time frames on this Ichimoku cloud just suggest it will. May even meet that measure moving 162. Those look pretty strong. But a break of this trend line that we've got drawn on the smaller time frames, that would be a get out signal in my personal opinion, because then we'll come down and sideways for a little bit as we reaccumulate. Abhinav, welcome to the stream. You're from India. Oh, glad to have you here. And myself, how you doing, man? How come now live stream? I'm trying to transition to a, well, not transition. I love the nightly streams. I kind of have a degen purpose for those daily streams. Well, my nightly streams, I spend a lot of time covering the market and Bitcoin every day. I'd rather just do that during the day. This is when more people are interested in that kind of stuff. And then just focus on all the degen altcoins at night. So Monday through Friday, I want to try to get in the habit of around noon to doing a live show and do some live trading. I do have some things in the works with some exchanges here, like a wonderful exchange of Big Unix, which, hey, everybody needs some other exchanges. You have to have liquidity to get your coins out. You should take your coins when you buy them. If you're not just going to just trade them short term, put them on a wallet. Tangem, preferably, is a very good option. Details in the description. And then move them to the exchange when you want to get rid of them. Now, there's a problem. Some wallets don't have all the coins you need to hold, so you need several different wallets. Tangem's a good one. And you also need several different exchanges. Big Unix being a good one, very friendly to those of us in North America, US, and Canada. They're friendly. They like us. We're cool there. You're not required to KFC. Not required, I believe, to even use a VPN, although VPNs are there for your safety. Not to make you look like a sleazeball, like you're trying to get away from anything. This is to protect you from the forces out there targeting you on the web. That's what your VPN is for. Because they're out there, baby. They're building a profile on you. They're going to stick that AI on it. So, perp, baby. So, exchanges, different exchanges, and I will be also working with Fairbank. And as part of that, there's going to be copy trading. So I've got to really, really get on top of my futures game on that platform. So looking forward to that and the challenges and how that will help me finesse my skills. Lauren says, this way Europe is awake when you stream. Yeah, and I think that's very important, especially for channel growth and just getting timely information out there. It was too early for me at 5 o'clock in the morning, UK morning. And that's what it was, yeah, about 5 in the morning, yeah. I agree. But those late night streams that I would do, they will also be beneficial to help set up for the next session during the week, for the UK and New York sessions there, because that's kind of crucial when the market makers come in. We're also starting to look a little bit more at market maker strategy, adding that to the toolbox. I like it. It's very interesting. Always, and this is the perfect time in the market to be adding new skills to your toolbox, learning new strategies, new techniques. Keep what works for you, and what I show you on here works very well for me, and just keep adding to it, whatever you choose. Whichever indicators you use, you can back test them, see what works for you. Rock with it. Make this as simple as you can, but always try to learn a little more. Try to learn the purposes behind some of these moves, and it all adds up, and as you spend more and more time in this market, you spend more and more time winning, less and less time losing, and then your goals are reached, your dreams are achieved, and shout out to you guys. You are the cream of the crop that's in crypto right now at the perfect time to be in. This is the perfect time. And then when we start getting our worldwide adoption coming in over these next 2 cycles, we'll reap the benefits. So the only caution I would give you is that for your long-term holds, don't sell too early. If you can get your biggest bags during the lows over these next 6 months, maybe even the next 10 months or so, because usually after the halving, sometimes we take a little bit of a dip there, a little bit of a decline after the halving, because it's all the hype. So we still got some time to build some big bags, but I would stress for your long-term holds to try to build bigger positions in fewer coins. That seems a mistake that I've made before, getting a little too spread out. And then as the market goes, you're selling off portions by portions, and you don't feel as bad, like you're missing out as much. Like, oh man, I sold half my bag, I need to pull my win. No, maybe at certain times. Let's see. Let me go back to the chat here. Congratulations to Germany going to the World Cup. Okay, hey, chef, congratulations. Show your P&L. Well, I will be doing that. See, I'm just now starting to actually do the live trade, so that's just getting started, and it's not in effect yet. That's why I'm setting up the stream today. So I will be working with Big Unix and Fairdesk and maybe another exchange. It will keep track of my profit and losses, and we'll be tracking it from here. The only thing that I can show you is my recent trades that I've posted in a Telegram group, but I mean, that's not an accurate representation. You don't know what I've lost, what I've won. You don't know anything like that. But I mean, and I've been doing some crazy degen stuff, so this is not my normal trading strategy. I'm just sharpening my skills over here. But and see, that was when Bitcoin was at 835, so that one should be more profit. Now we dropped since then, right? So I mean, I have no problems doing that at all. It's just that we don't have them here, and I'm starting fresh from here. But I will make a point. Now, there is a very big difference between your technical analysis and your trading. Learning technical analysis is the first step to start turning things around. If you're having problems in the market, you're not making wins, or you're losing a lot, this is what will help you. And I hope that this stream can kind of give you some ideas. I mostly pattern trade. Pattern trade is awesome. We throw some other things in there, but to give you a groundwork for that, and then add to those as you go. But just because you can get the greatest setup, chart the greatest setup, and it may have played out, it really comes to, did you take that trade? Did you pull the trigger on that trade? So, I will have lots of setups. I'm not going to take every one, and I will chart coins for people and all that. And definitely show you my opinion of what's in the market and what I think would be a good entry and everything, and show you how to figure this out yourself. That's the big thing. It's not follow what I do. Look at me. Look at me. Do you see this face? If you take financial information from me, it is the same as taking financial advice from a clown on the internet. I am just a dude on the internet. So I'm not claiming to be just a big trader, a professional trader trying to show you some trading group or, course, even though some of them are legit. Some of them are very legit and very helpful. Some of them, the guys probably haven't been trading much more than you. They just sell it very well. So, but I do expect people to be asking for profits and loss, and we'll cover it as we go. But there is a difference between analyzing and doing a setup and actually playing that trade out, because a lot more goes into it. It's controlling your emotions, controlling your risk management. It's being able to spin on the dime as things start going against you. It's watching the markets closely. There's a lot of things that go into that trade in the management aspects. And that's the next thing that we have to learn, risk management and then trade management, right? But I'm here to help you get your first steps if you need that. And if you're looking for a pro trader to give you all this secret information of how to manage a trade, there are very few of those out there on there. Most of them do not do that. They just give you a moonboy price or a lowball price to target. And sadly, that information needs to be out there. Hopefully, as this channel goes by, we can all benefit from that. I do think that's very important to focus on. We are below the devil's indicator here on Bitcoin. Strega, are you in the house, man? Strega, are you awake during this time of day? I thought you was a vampire. Myself, I was trying to be present, but hey, 5 in the morning. So see, that's what I've been wondering, but I hadn't been able to get enough feedback on the late night stroke. So I've been kind of tuning it back earlier my time, but I noticed that's not really helped. So it's either got to be extremely, extremely late to be morning for you guys, or do a daytime stream. Yes, and the New York Stock Exchange is open at this time. Exactly. So it's just a better time, actually. Okay, so going to this chat over here. Myself, I sold Naka too early. I was furious. Man, that one was so hard for me to accumulate, around 27 cents. I was like, oh, it is too bullish. So I don't plan on. That sign made me just not want to even attempt to try to sell it and get back into it. I'm holding that one. Naka, I like Naka. I'm not big into the gaming coins, but their charts and tokenomics are speaking to me right now. Jorge says, planning to build an alt portfolio of 500 each, hodl till the next bull, and then exchange non-performers for mooners. I'll take euro in profit. Okay, I like that. And then exchange non-performers from the mooners. You can probably get a better feel of some of those non-performers as we go on. But you're at a great time to when you put your $500 in. I assume you're going to dollar cost average. You can kind of figure what your price is, and then when it doubles, you can moonbag it, pull your profit out, or pull your investment out and maybe take a little profit. It doesn't hurt. And then you got dry powder for like when the big drops come, and they will. And then you're set up to get into other coins or those same coins at even better prices. That's a good strategy just to work overall. The law has arrived now, so I don't know. I think I'm missing something there. Strega, my man. Strega is my right hand person. We'll say person. I don't know. It's my right hand Strega. Very appropriate activity for your YouTube name, Chef. Juggling pineapples. Zcash, they're gonna send it. Careful what you wish. Rossi, you said that before. You said they're going to send it. You mean send it to the moon? Is that what you're saying? Or you said careful what you wish? Zcash. I was building a bag of this, but I haven't really put anything more into it. I'm actually under on this one. I do know it can, it will make it up when our bull market starts. So I'm not concerned about that. I just haven't, well, 1, I need more dry powder, and 2, it's got to really convince me because there's some other picks I want to go with too. Holding the trend line nicely here. We lost the 200 moving average, but let's go to a bigger time frame. So bigger time frames always trump the smaller time frames. And it's trying. It's in the middle of no man's land, the Ichimoku cloud, but it has a good chance to get a bump up there. What I like to do is go to my lowest candle body here. Draw a trend line going to the next lowest candle body, establish that trend line, and you usually see support like these wicks here telling you, hey, that's valid. And then like to copy that little booger. I know there's other tools on here that you can do this with, but just identify the channel we're in. So it does have a tendency to break to the downside, doesn't mean it's going to. The only iffy thing that I don't like is the way the 50 moving average is moving. It's going down which enables the other ones to cross it, although the 100 crossing it's not that great. There is some bearish divergence here at the top. It indicates we'll come back to the bottom of the channel. So Zcash, I would be looking for a retest of that 50 moving average, probably a bump there. Just bring this trend line down to these wicks, keep that angle. That would be the target I would look for. A little bit of a risky play because this could break down further for you. This is when I would probably draw a Fibonacci retracement and swing high to swing low, kind of line that up a little better. Well, I guess I had that. And we kind of look and see what's going on. You got rejected at 618. It's usually where a lot of people like to short. Finding support at 382. Could be coming down to the 386, though. Could. Ichimoku Cloud looks like it wants to do a little of something. So we got that. And then if we draw a Fibonacci from this swing low to that swing high, it'll help us get a little bit of a better entry idea. So it really needs, if it breaks below the 0.5 on the fib, I would be looking at these other areas. As low as 23 possibly. So if things start going south, like especially over the weekend or early next week, while we're here, there is something that I do need to bring up since this is the daytime show and we're kind of talking about things. I've made a video and several other people make a video of maybe a black swan event coming in September. This is normally a very bearish month anyway. We do see here how Bitcoin, it likes to drop in September. It's what it did in 2017. Took a nice little drop there. This is actually to scale, so I think I can take a measurement there. So from where we are now in the market, she dropped another 25, almost 30. Well, actually down 35% there to these candles. Do you guys want to ride that out in Bitcoin and your altcoins? Got to consider that. But anyway, we're talking about the possibility of a black swan event in some of our streams in there, and I just want to bring this up. I do have a date set by some fib time levels using Fibonacci time sequence, and I'm getting Saturday, October 21st as being a marked day for that, but also using it over on, let me get the right chart. And this chart? On one of my charts here, there's a window on the fib cycles between September 20th and 27th that if I had to guesstimate, and that's all I'm doing is guesstimating a window where we could see that black swan, that's what I've got. Now today, that also corresponds with a Fed announcement coming out on the 20th. So just be cautious. I'm not saying anything definite is going to happen, but when you go back and you test these fib timelines, if you guys have not seen this, it will probably blow your mind. You guys probably not, because you guys have been asleep when I've been doing all this. Geez, dude, I got to show you this. So I'm going into Gann theory because Gann, like I said, was awesome. He was the man who called the stock market crash before it ever happened. He could nail dates and prices. He was truly amazing, took his secrets to the grave. We do have some tools, though, that he used, Gann square of 9 being one, and this Gann box being one, where I identified the low from our previous low last cycle to our first high. Also using fib time cycles on this, but I just want to point this out. Nailed the bottom on the daily chart, nailed it. There's another big event coming on October 18th. Is it 18th? Let me get right on that. Friday, October 20th. Gann cycle says something's going to happen. Would that be ETF approval? Would it be a good move, a move to the upside, move to the downside? I cannot tell you, but it says something's going to happen. It nailed this. It nailed the drop over here. It also, depending on what you're looking at there, and did I take my fib times off? It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful tool that I find to be very interesting. So I just want to throw that out there. So overall, I expect to see a drop and then a push up later on in the quarter. And that kind of gives me a little confidence of something, just keep your eyes open and look. Not predicting, just watching the probabilities. And your first mistake in technical analysis is to pretend that it's actually going to let you predict where things are going to go. We just look for the probabilities and we play the odds. And we try to protect our investments as best we can through risk management in case those odds go against us and we were wrong. That's the best you can do. So you don't want to feel like you got to be 100% accurate to be in this market, because you're not going to be. You're not. You're going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. Every influencer on YouTube is going to miss it. Every chartist is going to miss it and get it wrong. And usually that's a good learning experience to zoom back and see, well, how did I miss it? And ask yourself and try to grow from that, or just keep doing what you're doing and pretend you got everything. Keep making the same mistakes over and over. That's kind of your options how to play that. So I'm here on Total Free, just rambling away. And just checking back with the chat over here. Myself says, ETH near 1 in volume? In R1, I guess that. Mr. Ethereum. What we got for you? Okay, so this is interesting to me. So I'm playing with some other movement averages. Now this one I've personally tuned, meaning that I've took it to some charts and I've really back tested it, made it apply to certain levels. And so I'm keeping it because I think it's relevant. And this is the 366 moving average. I know 66 is right, but that's how I stumbled upon the devil's indicator as actually being practical. I back tested it. It was first just let's see what this does. Then you're like, oh crap. And you're thinking, and it makes me think, well, there are some twisted market makers out there that are using the 666 moving average just to be cute because it's playing out. You don't have to believe me, you just got to go look for yourself. But it seems to be finding support on the 366 very well. So the only thing I would be afraid of is if I start seeing this moving average cross that, which would have to take a dump for that to happen, more than likely. And that may be a possibility. That may be what brings us down. But right now, we're holding that support on Ethereum very well. If we take a drop, I mean, my target is right down here about 1525, right through there. Probably need to fine tune it here on the daily. Goodness gracious. That would suck. But, yeah, I don't have a setup for Ethereum here, do I? So 786 area actually lines up with where I'm looking with this trend line as a retest that. This is at 1537. I think those are some good areas to look at if we do get a drop. I don't want to break this trend line, though. That's the big thing, because it's a major trend line. I mean, breaking that little sucker, there's a little wiggle room there in the way I've got it charted. On this particular time frame. So that would be a line in the sand, so definitely a stop loss under there would save you a lot of heartache from things going balls to the wall south should we break it. But it looks like this will be a good wrong tool. Looks like this will be a good area here between 1477 and 1521. Just a target if you're trying to add some more to your bags there. Of course, I got my Ethereum kind of deployed in some trades because I'm trading Ethereum pairs, trying to build up my Ethereum. Rossi says, love you guys. Rossi, you're awesome, dude. Myself, long time didn't see the ETH be NR1 in volume. NR1, I'm not sure what that is. Or I'm not catching the meaning of that. Let's see. So this one says, "Ooh, baby. Wow." VRV. VP is kind of a fixed range volume protocol. Whatever it is, it looks bearish. That's worth noting right there. This important control is down here at 1297. Will we see that break that trend line? That would not be pretty. Now, as a general rule, you do not have top patterns at a bottom. So someone just say, oh, we got a head and shoulders going down to the downside. I don't always follow that. And odd times I think that could be a fake at. I'll put it all in this trend line, man. That's a little concerning right there. We could get maybe possibly a wick down to that area, so I would definitely put that target on your radar. This is a good tool to use. I don't use it a lot because I clutter up my screen enough. But yeah, a lot of people use this. And you got your little range set here, and we're breaking down into a new range, so maybe some 1045 ETH. Wow, this indicator is bearish. I find that very interesting. And with the ETF possibilities coming out for even for Ethereum, it being deflationary, I mean, I was never pro ETH before in last cycle, but I'm a little bit more pro ETH this time. It's starting to look better to me, so let's keep these ideas. 1049, that would be bearish, wouldn't it? But if things play out in Bitcoin like we're looking at over the next few months, I mean, possibly, yeah, I'm not ruling that out at all. You just got to play this market right now, one day at a time, because remember what I said earlier, we're kind of in technically a no trade zone. Interesting, no idea about news on ETH. And Jorge says, last cycle pirate chain was mooning. Not coming back from the grave, I'm afraid. Arrgh. Remember pirate chain? I need to get into it, but it's too hard for me, blood. That hurricane link looks nasty. I'm in a render trade. Would you be so kind to look at render if you have time? Well, sure. Got more time on the daytime streams actually than the nighttime streams. RNDR, render. I just got, oh, well, let me change this. We don't just need it there. If you guys tell me a particular exchange and everything that you're on too, I can try to look for it there. It makes it a little bit more accurate. So I guess we go all types. I'm just going to look at MEXC on what spot? Well, we got Binance, Tether. Let's rock that. So render, the first thing I look for is a break in market structure. So I'll go to the bottoms here and go up there, and there we are. So from this trend line, you know, that was the line in the sand that got broken. Trying to straighten it up here. You can look at it more like this, and that's a good representation too. I just go to the extremes there after we broke it. And so it means that if we come up and we're anywhere near this trend line, it's more likely to get rejected from that and come down. So it's tricky. Usually a good rule of thumb is when you have a trend line like this, you know, your line in the sand is when it breaks, and hope to catch it lower. And a lot of times that works out. Then sometimes if it's a really bullish move, you know, it may retest and then it'll ride this leg all the way up. And it may make a double top with some divergence and then fall, or it may just, you know, get on its own new trajectory and keep going. So it's never solid 100% what it's going to do after there. But generally, you know, that's when we'll take a Fibonacci, swing low to swing high, and start looking for the 618 level, which we're bouncing off of, right? And this is why I love the 5 moving average strategy so well, even though this is an added one. This new one, the 366, it's finding support there. See how well that's working? Now that's not nailing it exactly, and maybe there could be a fine tuning. Maybe putting 360 might get a little better, but 366 seems to work pretty well for nailing a lot of these in my back testing there. So getting support there, I like that. There is some bullish divergence that's coming on the charts here. We got price coming down. You also have, holy crap, man, my stream deck or something's going crazy. Now I'm Star Child. Rock on, man, for real. And now I have an RSI pulled up. I don't know why, but while we're here, we got to break out of the RSI, which is looking good. Oh, we were checking for divergence, right? So going to the other side of the RSI, See, it's a falling wedge. You can chart the RSI just like you chart the other patterns. The same things apply. Give you key insights. If you know this pattern has like a 70% chance to break to the upside, and RSI, you know there's probably a little pump coming. So just putting these little things together, the key is to try to remember to look at them when you're looking, because you got so much, sometimes it's hard to remember everything. So bullish divergence there, moving average, it's got to pump to the upside. It's got a good chance to start to recover the 50 moving average. That's going to be a hiccup. Lines up with the support resistance area right here at $1.59. So that's going to be a little problem here. That's probably one of your first targets to look at. The bullish divergence makes me think that maybe we can go up higher, because that should indicate a trend change. And just looking for other signs here, but at these areas, there's also some hidden bearish divergence. Okay, so hidden divergence is the weaker kind of divergence, and so it's worth watching, but take with a grain of salt, because it can be negated pretty easy. If there's a move, it can take that away. But what it usually tells me, if I go back and look to where it started over here, that if we do get a pump up, we're probably not going to make it past that point. So we could have a target even up as high as what we got on these peaks over here. And so to stop rambling, there may be a chance to retest this area about 176 and 168. So I'll throw those out there too. As some possible targets if you're looking to take profit. Now, if you're looking to DCA and hold this as a bag, which I am, there's a chance for it to come down lower. Overall, our moving averages are still bearish. We lost structure there. There are some other targets we can look at. Normally with this, we can look at a 786 or 886 retracement, so there is some more downside very possible. We may be looking at a pump up and then another move down toward these areas. First, we'll try to retest here and make a double bottom. If that fails, then we're looking at these areas, which would be a great place to add some to your bag, or dollar cost average into it. So that's what I've got there. And you could possibly see some targets. I mean, these fibs are here for a good reason. If this is a bottom, then we will pull a Fibonacci from that swing high to this swing low, and then we will start targeting these three areas. So let's go ahead and put that on there. 618, I like to color it yellow so I know what it is. It's the golden fib, so therefore the yellow. And now we got a nice little trade set up, which should work. Now, if you want to be experimental on this, and I'm all for being experimental, remove this filter. It is bad on you, sir. Well, I didn't really put this one on here. It kind of did it by itself. It's been doing that. But I think you tuned in after my other filter went off, and it will really freak you out, man. So I'm just saying, hold on. I'm a man of many faces and many voices. And I'm riding that angle on YouTube because, one, dude, I don't want people showing up at my house demanding my crypto, trying to cut my thumb off to get access to my wallet and go through and try to find seed phrases or tangem cards, or, you know, I don't want the headache. I don't want bureaucrats looking at me saying, hey man, did you do this right? Did you do this wrong? I know information's out there, but why make it, no. So give me just a moment. We'll see if we can fix this little filter. I'm not excited about having this one either. I tell you what, we'll go with this one. How's that? Thank you very much. And if you would please help this nicer looking face reach a broader audience. And just do what my twin brother over here. I'm Aaron. This is Elvis.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you
very much. All right, so do we feel better now? I don't think you would like my nighttime streams then, because I'm usually, a lot of times don't even have the camera on. Just it takes a lot of extra effort to do the camera, so this is for your benefit, not mine. So hopefully this makes it a little bit easier. I know my filters can be intense, but I do some funny stuff with it. You gotta check out like the very beginning of the stream and see some of the crazy stuff I do, or I may do one at the end of the stream. Striga says, already got your face laid. Yeah, my face is going to go visit the doctor here before long because something called age is kicking in. I'm not very excited about it. So overall, we got this trend line here that we're trying to break out of for render. To me, I think it's got a good chance to come up to these lower levels. And is that a trade? Well, if you wait till the breakout, wait for a confirmation of that. That's how I'd take it. It doesn't sound very degen, Road Dog. Degen should say jump right in. Well, I know, but I'm trying to teach you the proper way. And then if you want to degen, that's on you. Just like it's on me when I degen and I get my butt kicked and handed back to me. So I'm not. Why? Where are you? So maybe a possibility for a little long, man, but it's risky. At the moment, it's risky. Now, if you're like me, and you said you're already in the long from it, and there is nothing wrong at all with jumping into these bottom prices, like the spikes down and catching these lows. That's how I play it. I try to buy the bottom of the trend lines, and I would better do that. You have more luck doing that, buying the bottom of the trend lines, than waiting for a breakout. Because the market makers are targeting breakout traders. They just do. It's hard. So the breakout play is to wait for a bearish or a bullish retest, and what you'd be expecting is price to come up, probably get rejected here at 159, come back and retest the breakout point, or this is the sucky part. If there's not volume here when it breaks out, it's likely to just ride this trend line down and maybe retest these areas again, which is no fun. So you'd want to put some tight stop losses on here if you're actually trading. If you're building a bag, then that's your call. But it looks like 158 will be rejection. The safe play is to find wherever we come here and start turning around, watching your moving averages. There's probably going to be some divergence there, and then getting in at these levels and then riding it up. So you got to trade that way. I don't see the purpose of doing it full-fledged, but that could be, waiting for that would be a 20%. Just from where it is now, reaching that first target. It's only got a 7% move until it possibly gets rejected. So I don't see a strong trade, but that is one that I have. Your other option is for it to get rejected through here, come back into the pattern and come down lower. That would suck. So if I were looking for a place to put stop losses, I would use the same technique we just showed a few minutes ago with the trend line, which technically is already broken. Right there. So just looking on the smaller time frames, that gives me a possible bump up, maybe up to 148. It looks like she's trying to do a little bit of bearish activity and come down and test some of these lower levels, probably at 140. It's a good area that I see on the smaller 1 hour. Rots us through here. It broke through this particular moving average. that one. And now it's getting rejected there, so that's kind of significant. 9 moving average crossing that, it looks like it's got downside. I'm telling you, this moving average, it's got weight. It's got weight on every chart. Biometric sounds better than crypto. Age is a spice of life. And can't wait to look like a spooky skeleton. It's turning Halloween, so I'm gonna have some fun with these filters, man. Myself says, thanks, dog. Hey, no problem, man. My pleasure. That's what I'm here for. Once you get a bag, don't forget to get Tangem wallet to store it in. Tangem is an awesome wallet. And woo! You can use my discount code DAWG to get an extra 10% off on a Tangem wallet. Whether you buy the 2-pack or the 3-pack, I recommend the 3-pack. And Tangem 2.0 is coming out, which for all you seed phrase buffs, they're giving you the option. If you want to risk it and have a seed phrase, you can have one too. You have the choice now. I recommend not to do it. But anyway, I digress. Tangem is pretty awesome. All right, guys, I don't see anything. Detroit Rock City, yeah. That apparently freaks people out. Chef says, I'm shorting Unify Bitcoin up 900%. That little guy has been fun. I like this little guy. I've had this little guy for a while, so I've been taking some profits on these guys. But now, are you doing anything? We're looking at it last night, and it's in prime shorting opportunity. But it does look strong, though. Gosh, it looks strong. I mean, on the daily, it's still above that 9 moving average, and the Ichimoku cloud looks like it. I'm not starting to be bullish yet, or bearish yet. And you got the golden cross on the daily, where the 50 crossed the 200. Honestly, I'm expecting this one maybe to do a little bit more. And I think I've got some higher orders set too. Where was it? Is that 1357? So I'm actually kind of looking for maybe a possibility of another leg up, but it will definitely have a good short, because it always does. Good Lord, look at this wick over here, man. Up to $41, and it was down at 4. It did a 10x on 1 week and 1 day. On one move in 1 day, so. This one could be a little risky. And it's above the devil line. If it come back, I would expect it to retest that and probably find support there at that moving average. That's how strong that one is. And the 200 crosses it. That would be bullish. The 50, if any of these moving averages crossing over this one is kind of a bullish thing. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I like it from that wick there, taking the Fibonacci there. And finding support at a 382. Sometimes that leads to another move to the upside. If it comes below that, then oh yeah, definitely. She's looking strong, that's all I'm saying. I'm just wondering about it looking strong. Should be getting a little bit of bearish divergence there, but she's gonna play out. Moving average is not ready to yet cross. Ooh, now this looks good. 4 hour. So Chef is probably making a shorter term play on that. He's got it, he knows what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. I'm looking at the overall. But yeah. We lost 50, bouncing up there. Definitely could see 723. Yeah, I think that was just a trend line there. I don't want to get confused there. So yeah, it's got a nice area it can definitely come back to. Actually, anywhere through here. So good play, Chef. It's in the green cloud on the 4 hour. Can definitely push it down to these lower areas. And that's the thing about trading and trade setups and crypto in general. Everybody's got a different angle, different perspective that we're looking at things. Chef's looking at a short. I'm sure he got in at some juicy prices because Chef is good. And while others looking at long or trying to long, or, it depends on what you take and what you see, what your goals are. Chef trying to probably shorten on leverage, crazy leverage, probably, and killing it. And just to say, Chef, 9 crossing the 21 or to the 200 on that. Yeah, I can definitely see that coming down to 739 right there. That's another 13-14%. If he's using some crazy leverage, man, he's killing it on that. So we're all different, and no one can tell you the right thing to do. You have to figure it out yourself and make your own decisions. And hopefully the purpose of my channel is to kind of help you get there. If you need help, Telegram group I've got, just check it out in the description below. Go over there and start asking questions and stuff. We got a cool TA bot over there that does analysis for you. Yeah, I'm trying to help you out, people. Books, everything, cheat sheets, we got it. Oh gosh, I'm lost in the chat here. Now I can't say where. You look great without filters. Road, I have tight stop on render without loss of a. I'm on future with a small amount. All right, sounds like you got that. It looked good to me. Simmons never stopped. I've got the Simmons, but every time I open my mouth, his tongue comes out, and it's a little distracting. So that's why I don't use it that much. When life gives you demons, your mate streak is funny, dude. By the way, hey, shout out to Grizz Oso. Grizz, happy birthday, man. I will have a special intro for you on the live stream tonight. Demonade. All right, guys. Well, this stream has lasted a lot longer than I expected, which they do a lot, but I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me here today. Whether you're joining live or you're catching this later, I want to try to get in the habit of keeping these somewhere under an hour, so that's on me, not on you guys. Just because nobody wants to tune into a live stream that is 2 hours long. It's, oh God, that's too long. I'm not going to sit here and watch that. And sometimes I'm too lazy to put timestamps out. Just being real. But shorter streams, I think we can get to the information to get on. Otherwise, we're just kind of hanging out and having fun, which is not a problem, but that's more of a nighttime thing. Guys, hey Marco, welcome to stream, man. This is weirdest. Yeah, I know. And it gets weirder at nighttime, man. Check out my nighttime streams. That's what I'm saying. All right, guys, have a good one. We will check in. This stream I will probably not do again unless I do like a market update over the weekend and see something. But the daytime stream probably not again until Monday. This is just the pilot. See how it goes. And so far, I'm very pleased. And with the interaction and everything is telling me that this was a good choice. So shout out to Crypto Rhino for helping to convince me that this was a good time slot to go to. Guys, be blessed, stay positive, keep your attitude positive. So much of this is on your mental state. And if this is new to you, my channel is here to help you. I'm here to help you. My Telegram group is here to help you. It's a cool community where a bunch of cool kids hang out, ask questions, and just try to keep abreast of the market. And the more people that join there, the more active I get. So just trade safe. We're coming into the weekend, and I will keep you posted, especially during the night streams. Have a good day, everybody. May God bless each and every one of you. God is the source for all. Depending on, no matter how you look at God, we can't do it without God in our lives. Not my personal opinion. I'm just saying it as I'm just praying that God will bless each and one of you on your journey, help you lead your path, guide you to your destination, improve your life for yourself and your family, and break out of this corporate slavery that we've been forced into for so long. And until next time, my name is Lane, your Crypto Road Dog. Rock it in more gender space, but expect the crazy one at night. Take care. See you later.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog.
I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. It was fine, never mind. Unpredictable. Cause you wish really was about your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging?